As a young boy, I kind of started behind. I wound up was diagnosed with a virus called polio. And my legs and knees shrunk to where I couldn't walk, and I was falling all the time. And they put me in this hospital, and I remember these Catholic nuns massaging my legs and my arms several times every day.
This is the story about a congressman and his American dream. The Honorable Bill Sarpalius found himself at an early age abandoned by his father and on the streets with his mother and his two brothers.
At the age of 10, my father walked out on us and left my mother, and I have two brothers living in Houston. My mother was an alcoholic and suicidal. And because of that, she couldn't find work. We just lived from vacant house to vacant house. I had nothing going for me. I was tall, skinny, behind in school, and on top of that, I didn't know how to read.
With the American dream still prominent in the back of his mind, he managed to graduate from high school.
I was taught how to dream dreams, and how to make those dreams come true. I graduated from Boys Ranch when I was 19 years old, and my learning skills were not the best. But I got off a bus in Amarillo, Texas, with one suitcase and $100 in my pocket and no place to go.
His story is compelling and will keep you on the edge of your seat as he tells of the struggles he and his brothers went through. After witnessing his mother's battle with suicide and alcoholism, he was determined to do something about it. Texas ranked 50th in the nation in providing treatment.
She tried many times to commit suicide in front of us. And unfortunately, she succeeded. I decided to do something about it because I had learned how to dream. And I announced as a candidate for the Texas State Senate with $25 and no name ID in a huge district. But somehow I won. And I spent 8 years in the Texas Senate struggling and finally accomplished creating a new state agency that set up alcohol and drug treatment centers all across Texas.
He was then elected to the United States Congress, where he served for 6 years. He gained international recognition for his deep involvement in the movement for independence and recognition of Lithuania and the other Baltic states during the fall of communism. Because of his determination to help with the independence of Lithuania and the Baltic states, he was awarded the Grand Duke of Lithuania, the highest honor the country can give a non-citizen. The breakaway of the Baltic states then led to the fall of the Soviet Union. Congressman Sarpalius has spoken to crowds as high as 20,000 people.
The rocket that took man to the moon, over 50% of the fuel that was used in that rocket was used to lift that rocket the first 50,000 feet. The rest of it took man to the moon, put him there, and brought him back home safely. It takes a lot of energy to get started. The question is, do you have the energy to get started on your dreams?
To find out more information on bringing Congressman Sarpalius and his inspiration to your audience, contact him today.